I had a major crush on Avril Lavigne.
Yes.
Hey, we're the cast of Moxie, and this is my teenage self.
It looked so different than it does now when I was a teenager. But what it meant to me was probably the same, which was equal rights, equal pay, equal access, and women feeling empowered to do whatever they wanted to do, and to have a system that supported that.
It was one of my largest causes while I was in school was talking about feminism, but the importance of intersectionality when we talk about feminism, and how as women, there is unity and camaraderie and empowering each other, but how there's also different patterns of oppression as a result to you being in a different socioeconomic status or race or identity in your womanhood. So women empowerment and feminism and intersectionality has always been important to me. So it meant the world as a teenager and now.
I remember crying in class once, arguing about feminism, and that was the first time that I realized, damn, this is something that really hurts for me, because I think I'd never been confident enough to say it and believe in it, that it was a problem, because I always wanted to believe that I could overcome anything or I could do anything. But then you realize I am a woman, and being born as a woman, there are things that you're born into and systems you're born into. So for me, it was a lot of rage.
I remember the first time I heard about feminism, it was on a school bus, and I think I overheard it from a group of boys talking about it. And they were like, yeah, it's women who hate men and they don't like men and they're against men. And I was like, but I thought feminism was a good thing. I thought it meant equality, and started with me just questioning those things and feeling bad because I think I thought feminism was something different. And I remember that was the first time I think I heard the word and really processed it. And then I think it was discussed between female friends a lot, but never really in the classroom, about what it meant to be a feminist, just between friends. But I don't remember it being talked about.
If I was a woman saying, anything you can do, I can do. And I'm over here yes, you can, right? That's how I was raised, basically, growing up.
I kind of grew up with very powerful female figures in my family. My grandmother who started the Special Olympics and always kind of felt that women should have their own voice and needed to go out and use it and could go out in the workspace and create movements. And she was one that really taught me, about kind of Moxie and having Moxie and about feminism. And my mom is obviously, does tons of work with female empowerment, had the whole women's conference, which was the largest female empowering conference in the United States. And I went to that for years and years and years growing up. And when she was First Lady of California and driving and creating initiatives for female empowerment and feminism. So for me, I kind of grew up with a lot of that and learned the importance of feminism and female empowerment and respecting the female voice.
I was a super internet art kid growing up, and I was very involved with the furry community which, when I was 11 and 12, and I later found out later in my life, I'm oh, there's some sexual part to that I didn't know about because I was 12.
Silly bands for sure.
What are silly bands?
Dude, they're those bracelets that they come in a little shape, like a dino, they come as a dinosaur, but then you just put it on and it's a bracelet. It's sick.
Maybe,
dude, I had so many, I was stocked up on those things, dude. Woo!
You don't have the amount of time for the embarrassing things. Trends. I mean, this is the 80s, so it was big hair and shoulder pads and, we all looked like we were working women with big sneakers getting off the subway. I mean, the style was intense and I fell victim to all of it. Or I should say I enjoyed all of it because at the time I really felt pretty fresh.
Probably certain hairstyles. I tried to put the bump in the front with the hair out, kind of that snooky type thing. Yeah, and I was a cheerleader, so it was that wasn't cute. Probably certain style trends at the time, like the flannel around the waist with the skinny jeans. Girl, you.
Oh yeah.
That's not cute. You can't move.
I was definitely a Crocs wearer So I think I owned 3 pairs, not 1, not 2, but 3 pairs of Crocs. And I wore them for a while. And that was a trend I fell victim to. And I loved it. And I still love my Crocs.
So I had the kind of swoop, the Bieber swoop down with the hair, and I had this middle part. And
Avril Lavigne. I had a major crush on Avril Lavigne.
Yes. Good one.
She was a friggin' rock star.
I played her on SNL. That was a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
No! I'm a punk rocker. I'm wearing a boy's tank top. Look at my mad face. Ugh.
I used to have a crush on a character in General Hospital played by John Stamos called Blackie Parrish. And he was 18 and he was like a bad boy who came to the hospital. And I ended up meeting him as a woman, as a grown woman. And that was really exciting because I think he was deep in my psyche.
Yeah, easy. My celebrity crush growing up was Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter, for sure. No doubt. Never met her, but Professor McGonagall.
Not Hermione.
Watching this, I mean, I'd say I'm like a mix of Hufflepuff and Gryffindor.
I see that.
I don't got no Slytherin in me.
There was some like emo character on Degrassi. If anyone remembers his name, that was the love of my high school life.
We can get you to meet. We can make it happen.
I don't know, man.
It's always Guy Fieri. He's my celebrity crush. He's probably I think I've asked 2 celebrities in my life for a photo, and he's up there. I just want to be him. I want to do everything with him. I want to be him. I want his hairstyle. I want his everything. I want his jewelry. I want his car. His everything.
I was super young, but Jaden Smith and Karate Kid. I like the cornrows to the back. Yeah, and like his mama was Taraji P. Henson and he was kicking butt. Yeah. Thanks for checking out our My Teenage Self. Make sure to check out Moxie on Netflix, coming out March 3rd.